I was born in Dina, but I'm from Glendale.
Word up. So you were just telling me about we were upstairs watching a video about the guy, the big whistleblower, alien whistleblower, UFO whistleblower.
While you talk, I'm going to be looking up things to substantiate my claims because I do talk out of my ass quite often, and I'm pretty good at looking this stuff. So if I'm on my cell phone, don't think I'm texting or anything. Continue. I'm listening.
Okay. Well, so he's telling me about the Roswell incident, telling me about the alien whistleblower. This is it's 11/11. Sorry.
I hate that.
Not to be that bitch, but I am that bitch. The thing about astrology is that, like, I don't really believe it, but I read this tweet where it's like enough hot people do that I figure, hey, why not?
Well, we could pull up the 4chan. I'll pull up the 4chan thread too.
What, the UFO claim?
Yeah, it's here's the deal, guys. Is like a lot of disclosure has happened on 4chan. We're not 4chan people here. We're talking Hillary Clinton email leaks. A lot of things have happened. But if you ever go on 4chan, you go on the paranormal boards, and 90% of it is I'm an incel. How do I summon a succubus? Because I'm tired of being an incel. But there are some pretty cool things on
but like
on 4chan. Let's see, we got to go to the UFO board on Reddit.
This guy was saying
people started confiding in me, they approached me. I have plenty of current former senior intelligence officers that came to me, many of which I knew almost my whole career, that confided in me. They were a part of a program. They named the program. I've never heard of it. And they told me, based on their oral testimony, and they provided me documents.
Oral testimony.
That there was, in fact, a program that the UAP task force was not read into.
Grush alleges the U.S. government has recovered non-human craft for decades.
Yep.
Filed a whistleblower complaint
We could have you could have surmised this to be the case with just a bit of common sense, though. It's just interesting, I guess, now that we have confirmation of something that we all kind of thought to be true, right?
Yeah.
He says he's provided to investigators. He says he can't show us the proof for national security.
You know, I have a theory about News Nation. This is News Nation right now. I think they're on the come up, dude, because what they're doing is they're kind of doing what the Oakland A's did, where they kind of got all those players that
they're doing very technical based.
Well, they're getting like like Chris Cuomo's on the outs, but they're like, we'll scoop you up. Like, you got some baggage, but overall it's a net win for us. You still have an audience that would watch your shit, and then they're like, all right, we'll get Don Lemon probably, but then they go across the aisle, right? They'll do it with like right wingers too. So yeah, I'm sure they give Tucker some, offer, but they can't afford him.
So,
but
I have the 4chan thread up. I also have the Roswell thing up if you want to.
All right, yeah, let's get into it. What
do you want to get into first, Roswell?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Roswell was basically,
for our alien novices here, myself included, I'm learning as I go along. I mean, I'm super fascinated
Roswell
in this.
Sparked the modern UFO
John knows a
craze.
lot more.
So Roswell was like, there's stuff that happened before Roswell. Like you have fucking cave paintings of like fucking aliens or whatever. Or like, weird incidences.
Chrissy Teigen.
Chrissy Teigen. You have like things like, whatever. But basically Roswell was a purported crash of a UFO in the desert outside of Roswell. And it was found by a farmer. And after that, the whole country went Little Green Men crazy. It was in the 50s.
Famous WB show that I loved growing up.
Yeah, a lot of people were witness to the Roswell crash, said that there were bodies of aliens in the craft.
God willing.
And the military asked local undertaker to make child-sized coffins for alien bodies after U.S. UFO crash, ex-cop says. Also, like, the first newspaper out of there was like, UFO on aliens crash in Roswell, New Mexico. Like, it was crazy.
I want to go to Roswell so bad.
I do too.
On my trip up here, I really wanted to go there, but we couldn't because it was just out of the way.
So, in 1947, this happened. Glenn Dennis, who worked at a funeral home in Roswell, received a call from Walker Army Airfield asking for child-sized coffins and for his advice how to preserve dead bodies. He also claimed to have known a nurse who confided in him that she had to oversee an alien autopsy on the airfield. While the story seems bizarre, former detective and military police officer James Clarkson, who spent time interviewing Glenn before his death, believes him to be a reliable witness. This is like, yeah, so it's just, look up Roswell. It's cool. Roswell kicks ass. But we also, I mentioned Ida. It's kind of LARPy, You gotta be careful with the alien stuff these days.
You never quite know what's real and what isn't because the government won't disclose anything, and so you have no reference point to go off of. So it kind of leaves all the speculation open to a lot of gaping holes. And then you have a lot of people that come in and they want to dominate a sphere, an alien sphere, for whatever grifting reasons that they have, or whatever it might be, attention seeking, or sometimes true. It's hard to parse through the bullshit because there's just so much information out there, and then such a lack of it too, that it's so weird how we're just now getting to the point where you have a whistleblower coming and saying what we all kind of assume to be true, which is that at some base somewhere they're holding some sort of spacecraft.
Well, it's going to get to the point where you're not going to be able to hide this anymore because the footage of them is going to get too good.
It's just so overwhelming that it's pretty undeniable. But again, is the public even going to care? I think we're...
They won't, because there's no logical conclusion. There's no logical... Unless there's something really crazy, and then we'll see. We'll see.
It's H&M will have a sale.
Hopefully this unites us.
And then no one will... You know what I mean? No one will care. No one cares that we're on the brink of nuclear war. Why would they care about this?
So there was a thread that kind of blew up on 4chan on Monday, the 24th of April, 2023. And it was a person who said he had intimate knowledge of what the U.S. currently knows about UFO minus the last 2 years. It was a very big thread that spanned a couple days, and it kind of blew up on the UFO subreddits and yada yada. It could be complete make-believe. Odds are it's probably make-believe, but it came up with some really kind of interesting ideas. Number one, that UFOs are primarily unmanned drones. They are built to spec each time they are deployed. They are created by a mobile construction facility that hides in the ocean.
Say that last part again?
They are created by a mobile construction facility that hides in the ocean.
So they are being constructed...
to spec.
In the ocean?
In the ocean.
What?
That's the thing, though.
That's a little wild.
No, the funny thing is a lot of them go... What you see on those F-18 footage, you have... there's underwater unidentified objects that nuclear submarines are pinging off of constantly. Okay. Number one. Number two, I remember reading an account from a helicopter pilot who was sent out to recover torpedoes that have been fired by vessels. And he said he hovered over this torpedo to recover it, and an object came from under the ocean, swallowed the object, and then left.
Okay.
They're studying our military
technology. When we saw that Full Send interview, Tucker did say something to that effect, where he says that there is speculation that they exist underground, but the idea that they'd be built underground, unless this is an auto-generative thing where it builds itself underground...
Yeah. Well, it says a construction facility destroys anything that comes close to it, and it will disappear for days when approached aggressively. U.S. believes the facility has been active on Earth for at least 100 years.
And this is who posting this thread on 4chan.
Yeah.
This is not confirmed. This is some guy posting this.
Yeah.
This could be any schizophrenic out there.
Yeah, a lot of it's silly, but it just came up with some cool ideas. It was fun to read.
Again, it would be cool if we had a point of reference, if we had any truth being given to us, so that we could kind of gauge these things with some common sense. But we can't really accurately gauge it. But who's to say that can't happen? But the idea that they'd be built underground. How big is the ocean? It's beneath the ocean.
Massive.
It's beneath the ocean floor.
If you were to hide something on Earth and something would be,
you'd have to go into the crust of the Earth.
Here's the thing.
you would be right.
No. Let's be honest here. If you are going to do something that's cost effective, if you're let's say we have you're an alien.
Yeah.
Okay. What's going to be most cost effective? Okay, we're going to build a mobile construction facility underneath the ocean to study the inhabitants of a planet who literally cannot operate underneath the ocean. It's a completely alien environment, completely hostile environment to them. They can't breathe underwater. They can't live underwater. They can't do anything. So we'll build it down there. We can do all that. We have the technology to easily do that. We're going to operate. We're going to come. There's no way they're going to run into us if we're under the ocean, right? We've barely explored our oceans as it is, and let's make it mobile.
Yeah.
If it can move, then they're definitely not going to find us. And it'll save us money because it'll cut the cost on, fucking going back and forth between planets and shit. So that makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
What are the purpose of the UAPs? Surveillance of humans? The U.S. believes they're not here to harm us. They only seem interested in us since they realize we are destroying things around us, including each other. One of the officials in charge said something that stuck with me. They act like keepers of a zoo, uninterested in the daily life of wildlife until there's a problem.
Oh, right. I mean, we just need to be babysat. I mean, I understand.
Yeah, that's another thing that I come into is like you get a lot of interest in nuclear facilities.
Yeah.
You'll actually have shows of force by aliens.
Shows of force.
They flew over Washington D.C.
What force? What are they doing?
They flew over.
Right, but how's it a show of force? Were they threatening us?
The 1952 Washington D.C. incident. That could be a show of force. I don't know. They will appear. Apparently they shut down. They can fuck with like nuclear weapons testing. They'll come around and like fucking So like
good. At least someone's doing something to avoid nuclear detonation.
Yeah.
I'm sure not. I'm sure they're not doing it out of some altruistic act. They probably just
they're probably like
they're like stop fucking up our atmosphere.
That's the thing is like so if they wanted to kill us, they would have done it a while ago. It makes no sense to keep us around. And we're just becoming weaker as a species, so enslaving us doesn't make sense.
It's the kind of thing where you let something kill itself so that you don't have to get
they
your
don't
hands
want us
dirty.
to kill themselves.
No, but we are killing ourselves. Like we are slowly. I mean, it's not.
Well, we
it's
are
not
and we
great.
aren't. We're becoming more efficient, smarter, and we're advancing as a society and as a species. There's no stopping.
Do people who take mushrooms claim to have contact with aliens?
Yes, dude.
What are you talking about?
Devin thinks mushrooms are aliens.
Oh well, they are.
Oh my God.
Well, that's true. They are. I mean,
yeah, I've heard this fucking theory. I'm not buying it. All right,
you said you wanted to get into
mycology. I want to eat mushrooms, not like the creepy. Yeah, I know you guys watch.
You're the only one that would want to study something just for its food. I mean, what?
There's mycology groups that meet up and like they go.
And they talk about cremini mushrooms and shallot sauce all day.
Yeah, sounds fantastic.
You don't care about the cognitive effects that it has?
Because I'm not a dirty fucking hippie. Okay, I want to.
What are you talking about? Dirty are you really that close-minded? Honestly,
I've taken mushrooms.
So then, what are you talking about?
Mushrooms. God damn it!
By the way, I hate to break it to you, hippies don't exist. Like I don't even know what
you are one.
And by the way, deadheads are like libertarians, right?
Oh, they're the worst. I wouldn't be surprised.
What are you talking about? You love libertarians.
No, I don't. What are you talking about?
John, you flip-flops.
I like some libertarians. I grew up in a libertarian household.
So many times.
But anyways, chicken of the woods, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy the way aliens or the way mushrooms exist. They talk to each other. So when Devin's saying that they're aliens, like he's referring to the way that they grow.
Here's the thing.
They can seed each other.
I know.
From miles away.
Here's the thing.
Wild.
I think this is what frustrates me about this. Is you guys watch one fucking Vice video.
No, that's something I watched. But there's a million different documentaries about this. There's a million different articles about this.
Doesn't that look tasty? You can deep fry them. You deep fry it and you bread it.
Doesn't it look like a brain?
This is what Last of Us was based off of.
Doesn't it? Yeah, it is. And doesn't it look like a brain?
You can cook it. Doesn't that look tasty?
Jesus Christ.
Lovely. Wouldn't you want to eat that?
I love mushrooms. I love umami like everybody else, okay? Umami. But I also realize that there's other
sorry.
Deeply.
That was gross.
It's horrific, actually.
Look at how big that son of a bitch is.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a big mushroom. It looks like a brain. Look at all the different shapes and sizes. Fish are kind of aliens too.
I know.
When you look at fish, and you look at the neon colors emanating from a fish, I mean, it's actually mind blowing when you really look at like a jellyfish, or you look at some of these things that exist. You can't help but be mesmerized and perplexed and deeply confused and kind of agnostic. Oh, now that we're here on the Patreon, I can show them the South Park clip of not to take us back to religion, but I have to show this agnostic household. And you were right about Yukio Mishima, I think, by the way.
I'm right about everything.
Felix sent me like some info about him where it made him actually sound pretty interesting. But yeah, there's a few different clips. Okay, John, watch this.
Mm-hmm.
You will eat only at designated meal times. Beverages you may take from the refrigerator as you like. However, in this house, you will drink only agnostic beverages. Dr. Pepper and Diet Dr. Pepper. Because what flavor is it? It is neither root beer nor cola. Nobody is sure what flavor
plum.
it is, and nobody can be sure. Isn't that right, Melissa?
Plum flavored soda.
I don't know.
Good.
This is stupid, but it's so funny.
I'm such a fucking asshole.
There's one more. There's
Yeah, play that one.
This is there's two more, but they're so short. They're like 18.
Yeah, play 'em all.
They're 18
This
seconds.
is where you'll sleep with your foster brothers. You will be clean, polite, and most importantly, you will follow the agnostic code. We cannot know with certainty if God or Christ exist. They could. Then again, there could be a giant reptilian bird in charge of everything. Can we be certain there isn't? No, so it's pointless to talk about. Now say it with me.
and then look at the art that they have in the
Certainty
wall.
of God.
Like on the side, faith, love, God, who knows? And that one I can't remember,
You
but
will be clean, polite, and most important.
there's one more. The agnostic prayer. No solicitors, we're agnostic.
And if this food comes as a gift from some divine intelligence, we understand that an intelligent being cannot blame us for questioning its existence. Nobody knows, nobody can know if any deity is watching over us. Amen.
It's so good. That is truly what I believe in, or don't believe in, rather. Last episode we were talking about religion. But yeah, I don't know, dude. I think the aliens I think mushrooms are aliens or a form of it. It certainly feels very extraterrestrial. It certainly feels like something that is too unbelievable to just be part of this planet.
This guy.
Who's this guy?
This guy
Hell yeah.
kicks ass.
Oh, dude.
Let's go. This guy's the best.
He's like a nymph.
Baked onion is his most popular one. Pick one. He's like a little elf that cooks things from 1700s, and it all looks kick ass. He might be our new Steve 1989.
Yeah, great.
He's the best. He plays.
He's
cool
the new
little-
Hawkeye.
He played Hawkeye. Yeah, Hawkeye's great. Well, what do we need to do is we need to make a conference that has the comfiest guys on planet Earth.
Dude, we need the company. We have
It's
Steve
Hawkeye,
1989.
Steve. It's like the Expendables, but for making you feel good.
We'll do a giant, and then we'll get Nick Cicado, and everyone gets to throw food at him.
Yeah, we'll get Townsend.
Oh my god, dude.
Portable suit.
Dude, we can invite
earthen
Will
oven.
and Dawn too.
No,
we can make
they
this like a
don't-
really
they're not.
immoral sideshow freak
Do you
show.
want early American breakfast?
Well,
How do you feel?
yeah.
Baked
or
onion.
what
That's his
about-
most popular one. I don't know why.
Why is that the most popular?
I don't know. It's only 4 minutes long though. You want to check it out?
All right, yeah.
Let's see what
I'm
it
into
is.
that.
This episode is
People who
so
don't like
very-
onions, I just don't even understand.
You
How
know
could
what?
you not like an onion? What's
Crazy.
wrong with you? What's
I enjoy.
wrong
I
with
enjoy
you?
people who are like, I hate raw onions. I'm like, what is wrong?
Dude, I love an
Who
adult.
hurt you?
I love an adult man or
Who's
woman
picky?
who'll just get who'll order a burger plain, like a child.
Yeah.
Like no vegetables, no mayo, no mustard.
I had a dude. I lived with a guy one time who the way he had his burgers would be just meat, ketchup, and extra pepper.
Just meat, ketchup, and extra pepper.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean pepper?
Like he wanted pepper on the.
Okay, well at least he has that going for
Oh,
him.
dude, this is weird. Okay, Townsend.
This is Townsend roasted onion
So
from
it is
1808.
So very, very simple. It's an 1808 recipe for roasted onions. Come along with us.
This looks like
as we savor
Elf's
the
dad.
flavors and the
Yeah,
aromas
he
of the
looks
18th
like.
century.
Oh, no, that's Santa. Excuse me.
I would hang out with him.
This recipe is
I love
from
the
a
fiddle.
very, very popular cookbook from the early 19th century. It's the new system of
I love his little
domestic
beanie.
cookery by Rundell.
I love the version
It
of
shows up
the
in a lot of
1800
different
foods
places.
videos
And
you'll watch.
it's
Oh, wait, it's
interesting
not even on
because
the
here in the
screen.
early 19th century,
Sorry, guys.
we started to
Oopsies.
see a shift
He
in
hasn't gotten
cooking.
into anything yet,
And the
but I love
idea that
the
something as
background of
simple
this.
as this shows up into a cookbook. Usually those 18th century cookbooks are a bit more fancy cooking. This is simple home cooking. Let me read to you this recipe. It's so very, very simple. Roast onions. Should be done
there's never
with
any
all
guys
their
like this with
skins
just a
on.
little edge.
They eat well
nice if they just had a
alone
little
with
Yeah, he's like Blackbeard the
only
pirate making
or
roast
and
onions.
cold butter, or with
He's got, like, a
It's just
gun.
like, no, I mean, you don't have to go that far, but just like, you know.
So
Maybe he doesn't have to be like a literal elf.
The directions are
You know what I mean? Like maybe.
I think that's what everybody wore back then.
I mean, maybe he just. I don't know, man.
That outfit cost $4,000.
So we're going to take
That's
the
the thing.
idea of baked potatoes and say, what happens if we want to bake an onion? That's what
Fast
we're
forward.
basically going to do.
Okay,
Yeah.
I realize this video is 4 minutes long. I thought it was short. It should be 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
35 minutes, 40 minutes.
Look at his cute little kitchen
I know,
and
it's a
his
great
little elf
kitchen.
house.
I love the walls. I don't know what that is.
I don't either, but I love it. It reminds me of that Snow White house in Beverly Hills. You ever see that?
No.
You've never seen the Snow White house in Beverly Hills? It's literally it's so cool.
Right out of its shell
You would
and
love
into
it.
our
Oh,
serving
actually, I
dish.
should show you that. You would fucking.
right
It's
out
like where
there.
this guy lives,
Is he just going to
There
eat a
is
fucking
our
baked
onion.
onion?
dude. I would honestly.
Yeah, I would
you ever
too.
just eat caramelized onions?
And
They're delicious.
Yeah.
Cut this. It's
gotta be like 0 calories, too.
Salt.
No, I mean it has
So let me
sugar
cut
in it.
this.
Especially if you caramelize an onion, it obviously the sugar comes out
Who's
of it.
baking them?
He's baking them.
Frankly, this may have been the easiest recipe that we've.
Well, that's not very
Okay.
okay. But let's show you the Snow White house. This is one of the coolest houses in Beverly Hills. Okay, it looks like a Disney. They're talking about Kristen Bell and Opie and Anthony. What? Sorry. Okay, I'm so distracted. It's very, very cool. Yeah, here we go.
Hey guys.
Wait. Look at that. Look at that
What
house.
the fuck?
It's crazy. It's in
I
Beverly
don't like
Hills.
the crow. Actually, I would love
Welcome
this.
to the witch's house. The Beverly Hills.
Dude, I was driving by the Thriller house earlier today, the Michael Jackson house. I went to a party at my friend Sarah's house for my friend Nate's birthday, and
Where is it?
it's in Angelino Heights, where they have really cool
Oh, yeah, no, I know
old
Angelino Heights.
Victorian style houses.
Oh, yeah.
And the house from Charmed, I guess, is there, but the Thriller house,
The
which
Fast
is
and the Furious house.
which is a historic landmark and still looks exactly like it did in the video, is literally 2 houses down from her. Crazy. So
I love
crazy.
that neighborhood. That neighborhood's wild.
It's
Nobody
so
even really
cool.
knows
You feel like
about
you're in
it.
New Orleans. You can't even believe you're in Echo Park.
Yeah, there's some
Like,
really beautiful Victorians there.
yeah, and they're massive. This house that she lives in was like, it's like 6 people live in it, but it's like a huge ass house, and it's like a perfect Halloween house. Anyways, this is a cool Snow White house.
landmark. It was built 100 years ago in Culver City for Willett Studios. The exterior originally served as a set, while the interior held offices. The structure was moved to Beverly Hills in 1926.
They
and
moved the
converted into
house?
a
They do that a lot.
If you
That's
look it up on
wild.
My house was
Wikipedia,
moved.
in addition to the witch's house,
How do you
it's
even
also
do that?
called
You
the
pick the whole.
Spadena
I'm
house
just
after
kidding. You
former
deconstruct it and then
homeowners.
reconstruct it like
And
300
didn't
feet
leave the Hollywood
behind you.
spotlight after the move. You may recognize it from the
Oh
film
yeah, it's in Clueless. I forgot.
People are constantly outside posing for photos, and tour buses continually pass the
It's a
storybook
super
abode.
cool house.
God,
it's
who lives
so
in
out
there
of
now?
place too.
Thousands
Some
lined up
realtor
for a chance to
who
Nice.
bought
see
it,
the tree.
who's selling it.
Now a treat for you, a tour inside the home.
Oh, shut up, bitch. God,
cool,
I hate
though.
these people.
Oh, look at that door.
It's so cool, dude. It's like you feel like you're walking into Snow White.
Oh my God! Welcome to my funky sanctuary.
Of course, a gay man.
Michael is a realtor and he's the homeowner of the witch's house.
I don't think he's gay.
He's
What is the witch's
Oh, I mean, he's definitely gay. Sorry,
Yeah.
but like he just might not like
Long
say.
story, but no, the witch's house came to this lot in 1927, 28 approximately. Nobody really knows how it got here, which is a fascinating story. There's no photography of it being moved. It was in Culver City in
What?
1920. Built
Interesting.
as a
That's
studio,
fucking aliens did it, man.
office,
Yeah.
and set.
They moved
but
with the
how
mines.
it got here, I always say a tornado picked it up and dropped it here.
oh, very funny.
Jesus, man.
Before Michelle got the idea, why not move it
Good one, homo.
Yeah, good one, fag. Fucking retard. I fucking hate LA realtors. God. Oh, look at the door.
That's really cool. Yeah. I love the little bridge.
Oh, I
Only the third
know.
owner of the house.
So it originally had 3.
You just want to go in there, eat a poison apple, and die Kevorkian
Upstairs
style.
was listed as whatever it was. Yeah.
What a dream.
Oh, the COVID mask.
And then when
And
you
then when
He's
got
like,
it,
I don't
got
believe
it
that
on
guy's
the
cool. She's
server
wearing a mask, and he's like,
Yeah.
fuck you. I'm not wearing a
They
mask.
don't believe in it. Beverly Hills never abided by any COVID standard.
substantial
To their
nature I
credit.
wanted out of the kitchen. But the additions that were done
Look at
back
that.
in the 60s especially were done so
Phenomenal.
poorly in terms of cheap material,
Mm-hmm.
inconsistent designs. It had nothing to do with the integrity of
He's
the
like, we
house.
redid
I
all the
wanted something
finishes.
kind of
I don't blame him.
And that's why
unique,
each
as I
square
feel
foot
I
is going to
am.
cost
So I bought the house.
$500.
Oh yeah.
Not back to what it was because
Look at that
Look
beautiful
at that
fucking
kitchen. Hold
Jesus
on.
Christ.
Pause on that for a minute. Okay, for the listeners, there's a like a wooden island.
That's expensive wood.
It's expensive.
I'll tell you right now. Is that
like
one piece of wood?
It literally looks like a witch's house out of Snow White, and this exists just in the middle of Beverly Hills, next to multi-million-dollar mansions. It's so cool. I've seen it. I used to take walks around here. Look at that bathroom.
Holy shit.
And,
it's like a fun house you're living in. Imagine doing mushrooms in this house.
So
Holy shit, because I did mushrooms the other day.
Everything is fully
how was that?
I'll talk about it in a second.
There's no sheets of tile.
I wish I did it here. This is crazy. I mean, where I did it was actually pretty cool.
20s, 30s, and even some
Who
of
the
the
why
fuck
is he
is this
floating
guy?
over here? What is this bad
Fuck is this
green screen?
weird dude?
Yeah, I know.
Architecture. Carl Doc Willett and Irvin
New
Willett
studio
formed their own company
novelty.
called the Willett Film Company and settled in on Culver City across from the Thomas Ince Studio on
I love
Washington
this
Boulevard and built with Harry Oliver's design the Willett Studio.
It hasn't been in a lot of films. I think people imagine that it has been. A lot of people think it was in Hocus Pocus because there's a home similar to it at the beginning of the film, but it was
not similar.
Not at all.
Imagine the Philistines that think that that's fucking, that's the
I want to live in that house.
The Hocus Pocus house.
So many things.
The Hocus Pocus house is in
enjoy.
So what room should we start
in Massachusetts, I
Well, we
believe.
are starting in the entry. We may as well go to
Salem.
the salon.
Okay.
Oh, the Salem Witch House. Have you
Watch
seen
your
that
step.
house?
So originally, what
Yeah,
was
I think
here?
so.
The black one?
I'm standing in what was
It's all
the
black.
dining room, and there was another
I
door
think I
behind me
have.
here, which I sealed up because it was ineffective.
Look at it. Look at the
Front
windows.
doors.
You feel like
I
you're
just turned it into
actually
like
in
a
a
music
witch's
salon.
home.
That's wonderful.
So
I
you've
went to
got
Harry
some
Potter Land at
slippery
Universal
furniture,
Studios.
great
Whew.
like this. The
Oh, really?
Very much like
beams
that, yeah,
I
kicked
did.
ass.
They were just.
I mean, eventually you're here 3 days and you're like, what the fuck am I? Why do I live in this cartoon house?
Office,
He doesn't
and it
live
became
here.
a
This
game
guy's
room
never
because
spent a single night
really,
here.
really enjoy my physical office, and I
It
don't
was in a
like to bring
condo
one.
in Rancho Palos.
Yeah, this doesn't even. He probably lets people have tours
We
here.
can't talk about that.
Shut up! Stop trying to be fun. I'm so sick of people that aren't.
It's the
But it
attic.
looks like
Stop it! Is that a neat? Look at that Eames
It
chair.
does. You can imagine
Go
whatever
back.
you wish.
Look at
but
that beautiful
it's
Eames
really,
chair. It's
really
just sitting
boring.
right down there. I just saw this corner of it. I bet you it's real.
Oh yeah, of
First of all,
course.
I don't cook.
Those
but I know
dentist
what a
chairs
good
are
kitchen
expensive,
looks
too.
like, so I wanted something that was
He's like, I don't
incredibly
cook.
functional and looked
But
great.
my
Do you say
boyfriend-
I don't cook?
Here
Yeah,
it
he says I don't cook.
What a
The
fucking
center island was
loser.
actually a conference table from Indonesia, so I had it bandsawed into this very
It
funky.
is really
Oh,
cool looking.
Indonesia. Okay.
And it's really a piece of furniture. The bottle glass, because
This
it will
is
get.
so
I wonder how many
cool.
fucking orangutans died so he could have his fucking
If you look at all the
kitchen
plumbing
island.
fixtures and the showers are all
This bathroom
outside
is
of the tile.
unbelievable.
So it was designed
These
to look
tiles
as
were
if it's
stained with the
300 years
orangutan
old,
blood that was
so it's
collected when my
laid
kitchen
out.
island was
That's
created.
the concept.
We have
Shall we
blood
enter
diamonds
into the master
dispersed
bedroom?
all over the tile.
He like opens the door. There's like this is this is where I keep my slaves.
This room comes with its own child.
Wow.
This
Very
room's not
own
even
child
totally
slave.
finished. I mean, literally, I got so tired and wanted to move in, I didn't even do an entertainment center around that area. I wanted high ceilings and got high ceilings. So I think it's a 15-foot ceiling.
That's terrifying.
I mean, listen,
would not
I
have
would
a
hate
fucking
to be
cardboard
in this
cutout of
bedroom.
that bitch in my fucking.
That bathroom's amazing.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'd live
Holy
here. What are you
shit.
talking about?
Oh, you would
Yeah, the yard
love.
wraps
You would
around
literally
the
turn
kitchen.
into an
The
elf
pool,
Yeah.
living
I
there. You
wanted
would
a
just
pool, 'cause I
you
love
would
to
terraform.
swim.
Oh, look at that pool.
You would
There was no
terraform
pool.
into
It was red brick
into
and a
some sort
couple
of like
plugs.
Disney
I
character.
have one more question.
John would turn into Sleepy. He'd turn into one of the little
I would
Snow
say it was
White.
not
Like
until I bought this
I have
house.
stockings.
It
Yeah.
has become my favorite holiday.
I can't imagine.
Oh god.
what's
Here's me
like
being
that.
racist.
It is.
yeah.
I'm
Dude,
Run
look,
DMC.
imagine having that house on
Police
Halloween. The
presence,
fucking
security,
people,
personal
because
security
annoying
guards
little
for
pieces
me.
of shit that come up to your house.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I was handing out Halloween candy. I
love that.
I cannot believe how stingy these children were.
What do they do?
These 17-year-olds, like
Nope.
coming in with your
Nope.
bye.
Bye. No.
At first, I was being so generous. It's like, have more. And then I realized, like, they'll stand there, these kids, and wait for you to give them more. And I'm like, actually, you get one. Bye.
Yeah, if I get
like, what do you think, you're
17-year-olds at my door,
Oliver?
I'm going, beat it, buddy.
Want more fucking porridge?
This is for kids. Go fucking drink some beers.
Yeah, it was just, and they don't say thank you, half of these kids. These
Yeah.
pieces of shit. I don't know. I'm turning into a real scumbag
I'd say,
right now.
I'd say
Those
you
children
try to
fit.
trick me, I'll kill you. Get out of here.
Yeah. Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. What the
Fucking
fuck are you doing?
Gran
Dude, I
Torino
kick out. I
style.
remember these 17-year-olds sat down at my bar. You can't sit there unless you're buying something.
Yeah.
They can sit in the sitting area. They just can't be at the bar. So they were like sitting down. I went up to one of them and I went, "Hey, you guys got to get out of here." And they said, "Why?" And I said, "Because I fucking said so."
Yeah.
And they got up and I'm dead serious. I'm not extrapolating this. I have zero patience for teenagers.
Yeah.
And they got up and left, and they kept all their trash there. So I picked it up and I followed one. I ran over and I was like, hey, throw this away. And he went, oh, and grabbed it. It's like no fucking courtesy. These little turds on their skateboards. They think they're in fucking mid-90s.
Teenage boys are the absolute biggest nightmare.
Disgusting.
I mean, they're horrific, horrific people. The shit that teenage boys do to impede people's regular...
Horny.
They're so horny, and they have to wreak havoc everywhere they go. Yeah. I mean, every single, but
Yeah, we need to bring back.
Women will play psychological warfare though, and you won't realize what you're being manipulated
Well, teenage girls
into.
Teenage girls. It's like what I've noticed is you'll have like teenage boys, and they'll have like one girl that just like is the pick me, and she'll like hang out with them, and she's like the dumbest of them all.
Okay, interesting.
You know what I mean?
This is not a trope I'm familiar with, but
the pick me trope.
Yeah, that, but I don't know. Is it prevalent among teens or something?
I experience a lot of teens taking the train and shit. So they come and wreak havoc. The worst is when they skate inside the fucking building.
Oh, the skaters are
Dude, they skate inside the train, and they like to spook people while they're skating. And like, there's little ladies walk around and shit, and they're just like, the ladies are just like, oh. And this one kid, I see him. He's got to be 12 or 13 years old, and he's skating right towards me, and I know he's gonna try some shit when he gets close to me. And I turned around and. My buddy Enoch, the guy I work with, he was standing there. I turned around and I jump at him while he's going right at me, and I go, ah! And he goes, ah!
Oh my God.
I hate teenagers, dude.
Dude, yeah, they're the worst.
Fuck you.
They're the
shit. Bring your brother back here. He'll fight me.
What was I going to say? Yeah, there's some really cool like architecture in Los Angeles, but it's all, LA tears shit down. It has no respect for its own history. Like as a city, it really doesn't. Doesn't have any respect for everything that went into.
They don't. They need to get rid of billboards in the city. The sign ordinance is ridiculous these days.
Yeah, there's billboards everywhere. There's fucking wires everywhere. The power goes out constantly. There's homeless people
down here. Yeah. Well, the homeless people. That's the issue. That's the issue.
Get the homeless people.
We're beating a dead horse this point. Good God.
Dude, I had one today standing. I mean, it's every day there's a new story. Every day there's a new story. One sitting outside fucking, or I was trying to drive to Chipotle. Okay, God forbid I try to drive to Chipotle in my daily commute. All right, and
I just big Chipotle stand.
It's a good business. It's a good business. What do you want from me?
That's good. I'm not judging you. I love Chipotle.
They're doing everything. I got double protein today.
Of course, always.
You know what the move I love is at Chipotle?
What?
You tell them that you want double protein, which I do. Okay, you want meat. You want chicken and steak because you got to pick two proteins to confuse them, right? Say, I want chicken and steak, double protein. They're like, half and half. I'm like, yeah, half and half, but double. And so they'll give me like 4 portions of meat or something, or like more than that.
Huh.
So because it spooks them. They don't know what that is. So they'll give me, it's crazy. So you get
I just don't like mixing chicken and beef. It bothers me.
Why?
It tastes odd.
What?
If I did it, I'd be like, put
what about
chicken
fajitas?
On one
you never
side.
mix chicken and beef fajitas? You never do that?
Very true. True. You got me. You got me. Wow.
I love
That's the only instance.
How stunned you looked at me.
That's the only instance.
An immediate concession from John.
That's the only instance.
An immediate retract.
Chicken, steak, and fish.
Wrong.
I understand.
Dude,
I understand mixing meat and steak and fish.
Given American debauchery, I actually cannot believe that there aren't more sandwiches that mix a beef and a chicken patty. I've never seen that before, actually. Yeah. And that's actually kind of stunning to me.
It's like,
why don't they mix it? Doesn't anybody ever want like a chicken cutlet with like a meatball? I guess not everyone's high out of their mind.
You know what it is Italian sandwiches. They'll have like.
Will they do that?
I don't know. They have like turkey on them. They put turkey on them.
This is the kind of shit I wanted to show you real quick.
Show me the shit.
This depressing depression era. We're gonna go from the Snow White Beverly Hills home, which is probably like $20 million.
Depression era cooking.
To depression era cooking, because we like to do contrast here. But some of the videos, like John will always pick like some cute little elf in the woods to teach you how to make like it's a stew or something, and then I'll do the less aesthetic version of it, where it's like an old, just beaten up, dejected, leathery skinned woman who's just been through hell and back and black and white, teaching us how to make porridge that just Great Depression era
It'll always
cooking.
be like corn. Yeah. Corn.
It's so depressing.
Corn and beans. Oh, hell yeah.
Dude,
Let's go.
This woman, this is the
Let's
woman.
Go.
8.1 million views.
Let's
Never
go,
seen
Nana.
This before?
Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Clara. I'm 91 years old. Today we are making meals from the Depression.
And when is this video from? Okay, 3 years ago. Clara's Poor Man Meal. She's like a whole channel dedicated to this.
I love her.
Yeah.
Look at her go.
I love this intro. I love she's doing like a Ken Burns style intro to her.
She's like, these are all the years I lived.
My childhood was hell.
She's like,
come, let's revisit.
I'm going to make the poor man's meal, which we ate during the Depression.
This reminds me of the time I lost my first baby.
Yeah, God.
It was my father's baby.
He pushed me down the stairs.
They were cheaper, so we got the hot dogs. Let's begin.
This is kind of Lynchian and campy.
It's very Lynchian. She's like, I'm cooking for my baby who's in the sink. He's got a weird head.
Oh, no.
Afford anything to wear.
You won't have anything to wear?
But we survived.
Those peelers will fuck your fingers
We were
up,
all
man.
fat. We're eating potatoes.
I love her.
My father used to buy a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
And we ate potatoes.
He died.
Potatoes with pasta, potatoes fried, potatoes with eggs.
He bought a sack of potatoes,
That
and when he
sounds
wasn't
good.
beating us with
My
it.
father would buy a sack of potatoes, a sack of everything, flour. Potatoes were $1 a sack.
That's actually kind of...
That was a lot of money, $1.
Yeah.
This is the last one I think I'm going to peel.
Thanks, Queen.
I think
God bless
today
you.
the kids like this meal. My grandsons like it. His friends like it. They come here for a poor man's meal.
Well, I guess the Depression wasn't that bad then.
Yeah, potatoes and
I mean, yeah.
hot dogs. Fuck yeah.
You're getting gourmet potatoes
We
here.
take the best part out and still eat it.
Yeah, that's what you do with a bad potato.
Next step.
I
is
never
to
make
cube the
potatoes.
After you peel
Even
them,
though it's my
you
favorite
cube
food,
them.
probably.
Potatoes?
Take out all
Yeah,
the
I never
bad
make
parts.
them. I don't think I've ever made potatoes like just
No, I
from a
had to
potato.
quit
It take a
high
while to
school
cook. You got to
because
time
I
it
didn't have
correctly, right? So if you're cooking something,
Well, I just don't do it because of the carb
To
content.
where?
Because I know if I started
Potatoes are
doing it, I would always
extremely-
want to do it.
potatoes are extremely nutrient dense.
Now I'm putting the
There's
onion
more-
They're not
in
good
the
for you. Not
potatoes.
regular
The
potatoes.
fuck are you talking about?
Oh no! What have I done?
I will. I swear
What
to
have I
God.
done? Have
I
had
swear to God.
leashed
If you
the beast
if you
here?
challenge the potato lobby, I
My name is
Russet-
Ida. I mean, it's
russet potatoes are more nutrient dense than a banana.
okay. That cannot be true. John, please. The potassium levels in bananas.
No.
What? A potato doesn't even have protein in it. Neither does a banana. But a potato is just straight carbs. It's just like eating rice. Except rice, you can get complex
One medium
carbs if it's
potato
whole wheat.
delivers 610 milligrams of potassium, or roughly 70% of the daily value. That's about 40% more potassium than you'll find in a banana, which only contains 422 milligrams,
Well,
or
there's
9%.
there's less food in a banana. It's like smaller.
Dude.
It's airier. Maybe it's not airier.
Potatoes are a new superfood
Well, what's good? What does it provide that's so good that doesn't make you fat? Why does it make everyone so fat?
because they're frying them.
So is a
dude.
potato chip good for me?
If you air fry potatoes, they're really good for you.
Really?
And here's the true trick, and this is the psycho.
Sweet potatoes are good for you. Those are super nutrient.
They only have
dense.
19 grams of carbs in a medium potato. That's nothing.
Sweet potato has more carbs because of the sugar content, but
Yeah.
it is healthier and more nutritious.
Okay,
I believe.
potatoes raw with peel, nutritional value, 80 kcals, crazy.
The
19
peel
grams
is
of
good for you.
Huh?
The peel, the skin
with
is really
with
good
peel,
for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
19 grams of carbs. It's only got 0.1 gram of fat.
Not
it's
a
got
ton
2
of
grams of
fiber.
protein. It's got 14% your iron, which is crazy. It's got 33% your vitamin C, 90% B6, 7% B3. Yeah, it's got a shit ton of. This is in one regular potato.
All depends on how many
Playing this in the background. Yeah, I mean that's
Really good for you.
have. And
You just
I
don't
think
air fry them,
In this case,
or you don't.
I just
fry
don't
them.
make them. I just don't make them at all because I don't
Pan
buy
them
them.
and
oil
butter.
in the
I don't
pan.
buy them.
Just judge by yourself. How much
They stay
oil
good
you
forever,
use. If
too.
it runs out of oil, you put a little
Oh
more.
no!
Okay, babe,
Oh,
that's where you lost me there,
no,
Queen.
She just
Wow.
dumped the canola oil
You
in there.
ruined the potatoes. You made them evil.
Listen,
Good
she's
job.
91 and she ate all the
Seed
canola
oil.
vegetable oil growing
Jesus
up, and she's
fuck.
91 and she's still kicking. Some people they're just
got
made
all
of
the
steel.
neighborhood
That right there was
They
just like
come in and
2,000
they
calories
say,
of fucking
"We
canola
had
oil.
a poor
And look how
man's
thin she
meal."
is.
They all like it, and we made up that name, poor man's meal. We should have called it the depression meal. Getting
Frozen
the
hot
dogs
dogs.
ready, cutting
God,
them
it's
up
so
we could
sad.
fry them with the potatoes.
I get the organic Applegate.
I get them too.
Hot dogs.
The chicken?
They're really good.
The chicken?
I get them all. Chicken, turkey. Mostly turkey, but sometimes beef.
I've been getting really into Angus ground beef. Good stuff.
Hot was very bad.
It's just potatoes and fucking hot dogs. I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know why this has 8.1 million views. Actually, like, no shade to her, but this is pretty.
For a few minutes.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Look, that's a mid-meal. Hey, Queen.
Yeah, like, no disrespect to you, hun, but
God, all that fucking canola oil. Jesus Christ, it's horrible for you.
This is cool, dude.
These Great Depression era recipes are.
I love when the robots talk. I love when they just can't even stick a person with a human voice in there.
You probably already have all the ingredients in your pantry. It has a delicious and rich peanut butter flavor. It makes an amazing base for so many different spreads. My favorite way to enjoy this is with a smear of creamy Nutella.
So I'm in Joshua Tree.
Peanut butter.
Yeah.
Me and my chick were like, okay, let's eat some cowboy food. So I remember I'm going to make this. I remember the restaurant I worked at, the guy who turned out to be a pedophile, who's the owner.
Also named John.
I can't believe you remember that.
Yep.
Good for
we did.
you.
We talked about him in two different episodes.
Oh, wow. I forget everything.
You're so welcome.
God.
Nice of mine.
So I'm going to make a really moist cornbread.
I remember every pedophile's name that I encounter.
Very good. So you won't.
I'm like a pedophile database.
Ida has Megan's
just
Law
exists in my
open on her
brain.
fucking computer.
The aliens came, they put a chip in me, and the only superpower I have is to remember pedophiles by name and their addresses.
I'm going to make a very moist.
And their astrological signs.
Cornbread.
Yeah.
I make a very moist cornbread. And then I realized the key to cornbread is you have to put it in a very.
You buy it at Erewhon.
You got to put it in a very hot cast iron.
Yes.
You start pouring the dough in a very hot cast iron so you get the crust on the bottom. Then you when it's done cooking, you have to put pads of butter on top of it because that moistens the fuck out of it. And then guess what I'm gonna do?
What?
Guess what I'm gonna fucking do?
What?
This is gonna be a breakfast cornbread.
Is it gonna be sweet? Are you gonna add honey to it?
No, jalapeno maple syrup.
Okay. Yeah,
That's what we had at the restaurant.
Would be really
it
good.
was bomb.
Have you ever had the Houston's cornbread? It's like it's
dope?
in a cast iron. They serve it to you in a cast iron
That's
at the
how
restaurant.
it should be served.
I mean, cornbread's so good. All this shit's so good. But you just end up putting fucking butter all over it, and then you gain a bunch of weight. It's life is hell.
Mm-hmm.
You know why we have all these innovations? Why can't we get like unhealthy food that's good for you? Why haven't we been able to figure that out?
You can't.
All these innovations and nobody figured. Air frying sucks. It's like a plastic like.
You got a shitty air fryer. You need a
grill.
Ninja.
It's
You
not
need a
even
Ninja air
real.
fryer.
Dude, air fryers, first of all, smell like shit, okay? It smells all weird when you put them in there. It's a big fucking novelty item. It's going to be the kind of thing we look back on. We're just like embarrassed that we ever thought this fad was going to last. Air fryers, it's like a Fisher-Price tool that you're like psyoped into buying by like Bed Bath and Beyond and a bunch of people that come out and like say it's the best thing ever. But, we got one and it's like... I
want the Ninja. I want the Ninja one. I want the Ninja one with the 2 fucking buckets.
That's what we have.
Give it to me.
Wait, not 2 fucking buckets. There's 1 bucket, but it's Ninja.
I want the one with 2 buckets. So I cook protein and fucking potatoes at the same time. The problem with air fryers
is an easy bake oven for adults.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's this weird like spacecraft looking thing. It's massive. It takes up so much space.
That's what I want. They're built for big kitchens.
What's wrong with a good old fashioned toast? I use the toaster oven every day.
Toaster oven kicks ass.
I use a toaster oven for everything. I love it.
I used to cook full chickens in a toaster oven.
I want to do that. I really want to do that.
I would cook spatchcock chickens in a toaster oven.
Now, with the thing with a full chicken, you have to like remove its like butts.
No, I wouldn't do that.
What do you have to do? If I get like a full chicken,
spatchcock chicken. Go to Trader Joe's, get the spatchcock lemongrass chicken.
I don't have to do anything to it. I just stick it in there.
Stick it in there. You're good.
I don't have to like remove its vagina or whatever it is. I feel like people like get them and they start like mutilating their like.
It's already
the chicken. I don't want to do that.
Well, first of all, most full chickens you buy at the grocery store already have all that shit removed. I've never had a chicken. I've never bought a chicken that's got like a head on it.
I feel like people are like,
I don't know where you're getting this shit.
People are getting turkeys and they have to like give it an autopsy before they.
That's because they're cutting.
They're committing seppuku on the chicken.
They're cutting under the skin and putting like butter.
The chicken dishonored the family. Spatchcock. Is that what it means?
So spatchcock is when
guttural word.
Spatchcock's when you cut it down the middle on one side and then butterflies the chicken. So the chicken's flat, but it's a full chicken. Look up spatchcock real quick.
Okay, spatchcock.
It's spelled exactly. I think it's spelled.
Sounds like gender affirming care.
Yeah.
Spatchcocking your chicken. It's
spatchcock chicken.
You give it a cock.
Just you literally, it's already up there. I don't know why you insist on. Yeah, see, it's like flat.
Yeah, I'll see what it is.
So first things first, you want to turn your chicken upside down.
It's so weird.
Put it up on the
Chickens
screen.
look so weird. They look like newborn babies.
Put it up on the screen.
And what we're going to do is going to cut down either side of it.
Ugh, it's like
yeah, you got to remove its spine.
Crunching through.
I hate this.
The rib cage.
I'm gonna have to learn how to do this if I want to be a real woman in the world, you know.
I've settled on the fact that I'm gonna be the cook.
Oh my god!
In the family.
Oh, that's just horrific.
You just remove its
don't
spine.
throw this piece away. It makes really good stock.
You know, I skipped the day in chemistry class where we had to dissect, or biology, dissect the frog. I pretended like I had my period.
I had to dissect a pig. Look at make it flat.
Ugh. They look so weird. Their skin.
So that's what you
I don't like that.
If you want the chicken to hold its shape,
I'll get over this eventually.
You can get 2 skewers and just skewer the chicken through the leg.
Oh boy.
And into the breast
no.
meat. And then we're just going to do the same with the other skewer, just going through the leg and into the breast meat.
Honestly, this is.
And that's it, ready to cook. So that's how to spatchcock a chicken from BBC Good
This
Food.
is like transition surgery.
Doesn't that look good? So you buy them. They have pre-spatchcock chickens at Trader Joe's. They're already pre-marinated. You just throw them in the oven. It's fucking fantastic. They're super moist. It's so good.
Yeah, I gotta start just eating leaner meats and leaner cuts of protein and figuring out like a meal plan thing, which sounds like the most. I don't know.
You need to figure out your. You need to figure out your. What's it called? Your goddamn macros.
When I was doing mushrooms, I was just thinking about. I went to this ambient church.
What?
I went to this like church light thing. Like at a church, there was this light show that we went to.
Okay.
It was really cool, super trippy. I almost wish I didn't do mushrooms while I was there just because it was so overwhelming and just I'm sick of looking at this chicken's asshole while we talk. God damn. The chickens are so ugly. Like no one talks about that. Anyway.
Yeah, they're gross.
They're so disgusting.
Behold the man. That's what Diana says.
I mean, it's like the skin around the balls for the whole body.
Yeah.
For the whole body.
Yep.
It's like that's all it is.
You nailed it.
Yeah, I don't know. Just I was thinking about the first bad trip I had when I was 17 was kind of because I kept thinking about maintenance. I just remember I had a bad trip. I was in the worst environment of all time, and that's why I didn't touch mushrooms for so long because I had such a bad trip my first time. I was 17. My friend and I were sneakishly doing it in the backyard of her mom's house, trying in a tent. We were like camping outside. We didn't want to get caught, but she was in the living room. It's like I don't know why we were doing this. And we were in the suburbs of Texas. It was like the middle of summer. She played Revolution 9 backwards by the Beatles, and we watched.
That sounds like a recipe for a bad trip.
Yeah. It was. We watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Not even the good one.
Oh my god!
Not Willy Wonka, the really bad one. Yeah, and I was.
Jesus Christ,
dude! I was tripping out of my mind. I just remember thinking
watching
about
a movie.
I just was hit. Like at first, it was fun. You see like shapes moving, things start changing, but then after a while, I got, hit with this malaise and this dread, like this. Yeah. And I was 17, so it wasn't like
That's not fun. You're not used to that shit.
Well, my friend had just killed himself, but
yeah,
that didn't help. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
People do it, and and so we were listening to like crazy music, and there was like oncoming traffic that I kind of low key tried to walk into. But I'm not like suicidal. Like I'm not suicidal, but I kind of tried. Yeah.
The fuck?
My friend Amanda had to pull me out of the street. Literally.
That kicks ass.
It was insane.
That's so bad. I've never heard of somebody who's on mushrooms who's like, I'm just gonna walk.
I was like,
traffic.
that's it. I was like, this is so. I was like, I can't, because I remember. The thoughts I remember going through my head right before.
What?
I can't imagine having to brush my hair or brush my teeth one more time.
Amazing.
That's what I was thinking about.
So angsty.
It was so the idea of the maintenance of daily life was so daunting to me.
Yeah.
And so unfathomable to me.
Yeah.
That I would sooner see the intersection of Preston and Park in Dallas, Texas than I would another day of maintenance. And it was that. And then I went home. And you know why? It's because the time was moving so slowly at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought that your sense of time gets so distorted when you're on psychedelics that you don't quite understand. You don't have any concept of time anymore because time moves so slowly that I remember thinking like the task of brushing your teeth, it's a minute long, but in your mind it's stretched out to like, now it's, to me, I'm like, that would take forever. And it's because, you're actually not wrong. Like if you accumulate how many times you've brushed your teeth and brushed your hair and given your time to things that the most mundane tasks of all time, any sane person would want to blow their brains out. If we sat here and looked at charts and Excel spreadsheets of all of the time we've had to waste, fucking balancing a checkbook, I guess if it's the 90s or whatever, but like, whatever it is, like, it's just even punching numbers into a calculator, it's nauseating to me. I hate returning stuff at the mall. Like, I hate having tasks. I hate it. I hate the maintenance. That's why having a child, I'm like, oh my God, the appointments and the calendars and the fucking... I need an assistant, and I'm nobody. Like, I can't even imagine the people that are like going through life, like taking care of 1,000 things. It's like at what point do you have time to like read or think or consume, knowledge or information? Like, these are the things that I find to be fun about life.
We have such different lives, dude.
Lives or interests?
Lives. The funny thing is like I have zero time to think or
I like to contemplate. I like to read, and I like to have my time. That's what I mean. I technically have no time for it either, but I'm saying I make time for those things more than I would these days. I am very social, and I see a lot of my friends, but often I would rather be indoors doing my own thing.
That's what I've realized lately is I like that better.
You don't like it better.
No, I do.
You want to like it better.
No. Shut up.
You're around people more. That's why I'm saying that. You're around people more.
I'm around the two guys I like.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying you'd rather be with friends than not be with friends.
No, I all day today, I had just a day out by myself. Oh, no, I had lunch with Mark. That was a quick lunch.
See why you get defensive is because I'm right. You would rather be with people than not be with people.
No, because
most of the time, that's what I mean.
No,
not all the time.
If I'm stressed, I'd rather be with people. But when I'm happy and I'm in my zone and I'm hydrated and I'm vibing, I know you love that.
When he's hydrated.
When I'm happy and I'm chill. I actually am a very like social. I am super dehydrated constantly. Don't let this big body fool you. There's no water in here. It's all sand.
That's why you need to be hanging out all the time.
No, the thing is like I do what I need. I can't. My time alone is in the car.
Yeah.
Because I go to and from work. And the other thing is work is very like
being in the car draining. Is one of the most contemplative times anyone could have. It's the best way to listen to music.
That's why I really want a motorcycle, because my friend, my cousin who has a motorcycle, has been riding motorcycles for 20 years probably. He was like, in a car, you got four wheels, you got a wall around you, you got glass. He's
protection,
like,
safety, security.
Safety. He's like, when the motorcycle is fucking dangerous. But what I'm saying is they you're 100% there. On a motorcycle, you be aware of everything around you.
Or you're not there and you're dead.
Exactly. Because you'll be dead. Exactly.
Yeah,
Suicide
on the street.
No, but that's
they're
the thing.
Cool. I get it. I mean, they're fun. It's and cars are death traps too, in a sense, but they're mostly viable modes of transportation.
Have you squeezed this candle yet when it's warm? Do it. Just do it slightly. Do it slightly. Do it slightly at the top. Just squeeze it a little bit. Isn't that satisfying?
I knew it.
That's kind of nice. It's like a little stress ball.
I know, right? And you just you don't do it too much. You just make it so it's a little happy. It's cool. Like giving the candle massage.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm jerking off the candle now. Now I'm a fucking masseuse. Fucking came over here in a refrigerator. Somebody sent me from Vietnam in a refrigerator. Now I do this to candles full time.
I think when it comes to like, so I wake up, I brush my teeth, I shower sometimes.
I wake up, I brush my teeth, I shoot myself in the head.
I shoot myself in the head. Well, what I do is I wake up, I water pick, brush my teeth, then you just
water pick.
Water pick.
What does that mean?
It's like a floss, but it's water. It's like a pick. It's like it's a big machine. And I go between my teeth with like
a flossing device.
Yeah, it's the best. You don't know about those?
No, it's like a bidet for your mouth.
It's a bidet for your mouth. Oh my God, it's the best.
That's so cool.
So much better than flossing.
Floss the regular way.
No, it's so much better for you.
Why?
Because it's more gentle on your gums.
Oh, okay.
And like,
I guess the dentist always spouts water in your mouth.
My breath is fantastic always because I water pick every day.
That's cool. I like flossing. It's actually, I find it to be therapeutic.
Well, water picking is like flossing on steroids. You'll be the first couple times.
It feels cool,
dude. It's uncomfortable the first couple times, but then you get used to it. But like, dude, the first time you water pick, your mouth looks like fucking.
I just don't like the term water pick.
It's bloody.
It's a little okay. I mean, all right.
First couple times, you're just fucking. It's like you're in a horror movie.
Spatchcocking your mouth.
Spatchcocking your mouth. No, but then I brush and then I do mouthwash, and then I sometimes take a shower, and then I go downstairs and I make breakfast. And breakfast for me now, my breakfasts change. So for about
telling us his day now.
For about 2 months, for about 2-3 months.
John's narcissistic itinerary.
For about 2-3 months, my breakfast was a pancake with raspberry jam on it.
That's so gluttonous. First thing in the morning to just give yourself a pancake.
It fit a chocolate chip pancake.
Good God.
But it had
John makes himself smiley face waffles every day with a scoop of ice cream.
I was losing weight on it, dude.
Oh, come on.
Yes, it was in my macros. I calculated my macros. I would have it was like a half cup of pancake mix with some water and an egg, and then I put sugar-free raspberry jam on it, and I enjoyed myself. And then now I've realized I need more protein in my diet. So in the morning, I've been eating super naughty.
What?
I have naughty breakfast.
What is it?
I have burger tacos.
You have tacos first thing in the morning?
Yeah.
That's horrific, John.
So good.
You should be put in jail.
I put eggs on them.
They should put you in jail.
I put eggs on them.
Someone should come to your house and arrest you next time you do that. Last time you were on here, you said some other crazy shit. You're like, I eat pasta first thing in the morning.
No, what? I don't have a problem with it.
I tried to be forgiving, but that's a pretty crazy declaration to just
I don't have a problem with
first thing in the morning to just give yourself a big treat.
That's how I enjoy it.
I feel like you have to kind of earn that throughout the day.
No,
I
earn it by waking up.
And I'm a woman, like if I'm on an empty stomach, like I get kind of like, I get a little cranky. Like I'm not,
I like to not eat at the end of the day and then wake up.
No,
hungry.
that's really good. And my big problem is eating at night. So I'm stopping doing that. But
the problem is you're up so late.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Because you're gonna have to eat at night. Because
exactly.
Normal eating time for you is probably like 11 p.m. right? Yeah, you're so naughty. I know it. I knew it. You have to fix your sleep.
And then I get really high, so then I get hungry at the end of the night. It's the worst.
You're so bad.
It's the worst. I'm so afflicted.
So bad.
I'm so afflicted. We are all so afflicted. I mean, life is a tragedy. I don't know what to say.
I've been making lovely noodles. I get chickpea bonsai chickpea noodles, and I make like chow mein for lunch with chicken and
How much time do you spend a day on food prep if you had to guess?
If I had to guess, an hour.
Combined
an hour.
This is your raspberry gourmet meal all of your other things.
You don't understand. When I'm in the kitchen, it's literally I am cooking. I am starting breakfast, doing dishes while I'm making breakfast. The second I'm done with breakfast, I am already cooking my protein for lunch while I'm eating my breakfast.
And then what about dinner?
I don't usually eat at dinner. If I'm hungry at dinner, I have lean cuisines.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do all your eating during the day. I mean, that is good.
Yeah.
The problem is how do you maintain energy? So if I eat that much during the day, I'm like kind of sluggish.
Well, I'll tell you right now, when I was on Whole 30s,
pump myself full of caffeine.
Back to potatoes, you're gonna hate this, but I'll tell you right now, the most energy efficient food I've ever put in my fucking body
is a potato. I imagine if you're converting it to fuel.
But listen, it's more than just a potato. You get a potato which is extremely nutrient dense on its own, and then I realized because of thermodynamics, if you eat them, if you bake them, smash them. So that it's like a potato patty. I would smash it down. So it's like a baked potato patty almost with the skin on. And then you put them in the refrigerator and you eat those fuckers cold in the morning. You eat them cold because
it's just
thermodynamics.
A ton of carbs, dude.
It isn't a ton of carbs. It's 19 grams of carbs, dude. It's 19 grams. You could still be in ketosis and eat a potato.
I'm afraid of potatoes, dude, because they are too good.
Yeah, well, just don't. No, there's no oil. Don't fry them. You bake them, smash them. And then I would put hot sauce and pepper on them, and I would eat them in the morning. It is paleo, and because of thermodynamics, it's not only is it it's baked, so it's not mashed, so all those glycogens and carbs aren't hitting your bloodstream immediately. It's taking a while because it's digesting in your stomach.
Yeah.
But it's also cold, so it's taking even longer to digest in your stomach. So you have such a clean burn of energy. You can honestly I'd be lifting 2,000 pounds of dead dog, like in the morning.
Oh my God. On that note, I just remembered we didn't talk about The Idol.
Oh, fuck. Go.
We didn't talk about The Idol. Okay, Sam Levinson, creator of Euphoria, created some new trauma porn for everybody, starring Johnny Depp's Nepo baby, Lily Rose Depp, who, as beautiful and as stunning as she is so uncompelling as a lead actress for a show. Shocker. Shock. shocking, right? That the new Nepo. I mean, Sam Levinson's a Nepo baby. Who's his dad again? He, he does really cool bisexual lighting on Euphoria, and I will say, Euphoria has several great episodes. But at the end of the day, okay, it's a show about addiction, which to me is kind of, there's a cap at how interesting that can be, because everyone's addicted to something. Life is just a series of addictions. The whole point is just how do you subvert these addictions, or how do you find ones that aren't lethal or that take away, your livelihood or the quality of your life. But they're, when your entire form of adversity throughout your life is beating a substance, there's a cap to how much depth you can really have as a human, I think. And I don't mean to be rude or like judgmental, but it's like a show about teenage addiction. I mean, there's something, if it's about loss or grief or other things, that's different. And sometimes Euphoria touches on these subjects, and it does so very well. But I think the best storyline is the dad, Nate's dad, fucking the trans girl. Anyways, whatever. The Idol, starring The Weeknd, who I now don't like anymore because this show is such an abomination. I mean, this is such an abomination. Let's play him a trailer really quick. The first episode was about, and we were talking to Lucas about this, it's about a cum shot of her face gets leaked on the internet, and she's a pop star, and she's vapid and empty, and the whole and he's a cult leader.
Do they show the picture?
They show the picture, and he's a cult. She's topless like the whole movie. It's like literally softcore porn.
They have cum on her face while she's topless.
Sam Levinson has to be a creep, and I don't want to be rude here, but he has to be. He has to be some
God.
Kind of a creep,
And you blame me for being fucking trying to see God in these times? It's insane.
I mean, stop acting like you can find God, John. You're too busy finding a recipe. Please.
Hey, if life is a symphony, is cooking not part of, isn't cooking not God's music,
Were you trying to sound, was that supposed to sound good?
That does sound good. Keep playing the damn thing.
It will contain spoilers from the off, so remember, you've been warned. The first episode of the long-awaited show called The Idol has just been released, and it's safe to say that those early receptions
you're so bad
were very telling.
Look up the Idol trailer.
I mean, why is that the first thing that pops up?
Because you just looked up the Idol.
It should be a trailer.
There we go. Put it up on the TV.
Yeah. The American dream.
The American dream.
Rags to riches. Trailers to mansions. You are fucking Jocelyn.
Johnny Depp got his finger cut off with a vodka bottle so his daughter could do this.
Easy. I'll just do that.
I mean, no disrespect. I'm sure she's a nice girl, but...
are gauging whether or not you still got it.
I just wonder about the strippers.
They're kind of out-femming her with the...
Oh, yeah. She's supposed to be like some feminist icon because she like owns her cum shot. It's odd.
Way to block out all the noise.
And he's a cult leader.
I'm sorry, who are you?
And he's supposed to be like some sort of like a sex symbol.
Do you feel this right now? Oh, no, thank you. I think I just fell in love with you.
What does that mean he's taken over the house?
He's brainwashed her.
Not a human being. You're a star.
It's so bad.
Never trust a dude with a rat tail.
It's an abomination. It's an abomination. I don't know that I've ever seen a show this bad. I have to be honest.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow.
I don't
Holy shit.
know that I've ever seen a show this bad. In fact, you should watch a little bit of it, John, because it's...
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't care to at all.
I know you don't.
Don't care to at all.
But it's the bits you would come up with while you watched it would be so worth it. Like, you would come up with so many great,
if I
gay guys titty fucking each other bits in the middle of watching this absolute abomination of a show.
And riddle me that.
It's
if gay
trauma
guys,
porn. It's actual porn though. It's trauma porn, but let's not forget. She is fucking completely naked. At one point, she meets The Weeknd in some nightclub, and she's a big pop star named Jocelyn.
Yeah.
What kind of single name is that for your fucking ostensible pop star? Who, by the way, she can't even dance or really sing or anything. That showcases none of her talent. Weeknd, who can sing, is just an atrocious actor. I mean, just an awful. He's also a co-creator and executive producer of the show, which blew my mind.
Like, yeah, that's dope. There's a cum shot, dude. That's dope.
And he announced his production company when this show dropped. Which, I mean, what a suicide to your career. You have such a great career as a compelling musician. Why the fuck would you do this to yourself? Even the font. Look at this ugly ass font.
Yeah, it looks like 28 Days Later.
It looks like the fucking fake movie from The Sopranos that Christopher was doing. I mean, it's really an abomination. But so The Weeknd comes, sees her at a dance club or whatever, says her name, and then she immediately, this big pop star who just took 30 shots of liquor, okay, and she's the size of someone's pinky. I mean, she'd fall over and die probably if she actually ingested that. She's so interested in him. They start making out. She's apparently, we're supposed to believe in her righteousness, even though she's given us nothing as a central character and protagonist of the show. And he seduces her and lures her into his weird lair, okay, which is his Real House, by the way, that they used.
Great.
Insane.
Save money.
And goes into his, and you know what, when they showed it, I was like, this is actually really tacky and tasteless.
Of course.
Well, I guess that's the point. But yeah, so then she gets really wrapped up into him, and she has to overcome her cum shot, I guess. The cum shot is, I mean, that's the plot line. I mean, I can't tell you how many bad one-liners are in this show. This show thinks it's so funny. I mean, I think this is Sam Levinson's attempt at comedy or something, but it is also at the same time a show that doesn't even know what it is, and nobody that's participating in the film knows what it is. Is it supposed to be a psychological thriller about a cult leader trying to seduce someone? Is it an actual snuff film? Is it a comedy? Is it some satire or commentary about Hollywood and the age of the internet? Nobody really knows. Tonally, it has no idea what it is, but also just there's barely even a script. I mean, the script is atrocious. The lines that are in there, Hank Azaria's in there doing some, he's the best.
Him.
I love him, but it's even what he's doing falls flat because he's pretending to do some accent. He's doing an Israeli accent. He's an Israeli talent manager, which, I mean, that is true. But it's not like Ari Gold playing Ari Emanuel in Entourage. You watched Entourage, right?
No.
You never saw Entourage?
No.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
Well, Entourage is so fun. I mean, a show like this could never do what Entourage did. I loved Entourage growing up. But yeah, it's just an absolutely horrific show. It's super, super embarrassing, to the point where I don't even know how you come out with the new season of Euphoria after this. It's if you have such an amazing hit show, why do this to yourself? This is so awful. I mean, he's such a creep. She comes, and after she meets this guy that has no, he just comes off as a creepy guy, The Weeknd. And then she comes home and she masturbates to the idea of him while choking herself, full on. You see all of this. I mean, you don't see pussy, you don't see but you see everything else. You could tell Sam Levinson is just, I mean.
Yeah, he's a creep.
I mean, he's a fucking creep. I don't want to say that, but it's this is so weird. I mean, she says she's comfortable around him and all that, but it's what compels you to write a script about this?
If I was Johnny Depp, I would fucking execute Sam Levinson.
I mean, in a way, it's a great troll because it's you're going to give me $75 million of a budget to make softcore porn starring famous people. Or mildly famous people, or people that I think were trying to be pushed into the zeitgeist.
If I was Johnny Depp, I'd be I was.
Oh, I would hate him.
I was doing What's Eating Gilbert Grape at your age.
Yeah.
Family drama about a retard that made everyone cry.
Yeah.
And you're
my fat mom died in a house fire so that you could flick your bean to the
flicking
Weeknd.
Your bean with your tits out and choking yourself to some has-been.
Fat, by the way, too. The Weeknd is kind of fat.
Fat, doughy, light-skinned has-been.
With a weird hairline.
I cut my finger off for you.
Yeah.
It's just,
Leonardo DiCaprio played a retard so that you could do this. So you could flick your bean to the Weeknd.
Climbed a radio tower.
We set our house on fire with our 800-pound mother in the top story so that you could do this.
I made America cry, and you're making them recoil in fear.
The Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial was so much more compelling as a television show than this. That's a real TV show.
Yeah.
Was that 6-week long trial that was utter bliss for me. that I miss daily. I miss that trial so much. I remember waking up. I was waking up so early, dude, during the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial because my sleep schedule is so awful.
Oh, God,
but they were starting it on. So I would stay up late actually some days, but then I started getting up really early. It actually helped me with my sleep schedule.
Yeah, maybe I should just pretend.
I need a trial of the century to fix my circadian rhythms.
I had my shit so together for this jiu-jitsu competition, like diet-wise and sleep-wise and exercise-wise, and I was like, Ida's version of jiu-jitsu competition is a celebrity trial.
Yeah, or not any celebrity trial. Like, I didn't care at all about the Gwyneth Paltrow one. I didn't care at all.
That one was pathetic.
The one about this was so interesting was just like the BPD element, and Amber Heard is just, I mean, I've just never seen such a absolute monster of a human being. It was utterly breathtaking how awful of an actress she was on the stand when it came to defending herself. I mean, she's never shown us to be that great of an actress. She's just like competent in the things she's been in. Like Pineapple Express, I liked her in. She's very pretty, like extremely pretty. But yeah, just an all around horrible human being. And it's, you know, shows like this just really like after Succession ending, we get this hunk of shit. I mean, this steaming pile of shit. I'm just happy that Variety and the Hollywood Reporter and all these news outlets aren't pretending like it's good. Because that's the shit that they tried to do with the menu.
They
are dragging it. I mean, he is being dragged through the mud. I mean, some of the tweets I saw about this, people talking about this, it is, and even the production was awful. They had like a showrunner change, like mid.
That's a bad sign.
Yeah, 8
Huge
episodes in,
sign.
she left the project because they had like creative problems. So I don't even know if Sam Levinson was originally attached to this project or some other woman, but so the tonal shift of it, I mean, there has obviously completely changed from what it was supposed to be, which I guess addresses why it doesn't know what it is, but also it seemed like it never understood what it was from the get. I hate these like narcissistic Hollywood shows that try to make something compelling about the town they live in and make fun of everything, but in doing so they just reveal how much a part of that problem they are. And it's just incredible to me. The whole point of this is to drag, he thinks he really understands Hollywood because he's been it since he was a child. His dad is like what is it that his dad even does? Do you know?
So he's a Nepo baby.
Oh, yeah. Sam Levinson is, and he was no wonder he was a drug addict, and that's the only adversity he seems to be able to write artistically from that angle because that's been his lived
look at
experience.
That fucking retard.
He does kind of look like there's nothing behind his eyes, but I could be wrong. I mean, listen, he's not without talent. There are episodes of Euphoria that really are very, very good, and you
don't know how much of that is him, and this it might be true because the same thing that happened to True Detective is on this. Nobody was questioning him.
Well,
on Euphoria, he had executive producers and people at the studio who were questioning the fuck out of every decision he was making and giving him notes.
Or the success of that got to his head, and then he started falling off, which is what happens. And maybe there is some talent under all that rubble, but who knows?
Russian Jew, okay.
Russian Jew, okay. Filmmaker Barry Levinson, that's right. Oh, dude, his dad did Good Morning Vietnam, Bugsy, Wag the Dog.
Oh, he did Rain Man.
Oh, fuck. Best director for Rain Man. Yeah, holy shit. Okay, yeah, his dad is super, super seasoned.
You know, I was just watching The Mission with Robert De Niro the other day.
Oh, yeah?
And it's like, good God, what the fuck happened to movies?
Yeah, I mean, we're in a creative drought. It's not looking great, and probably filmmaking, unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, will be. Oh, look at this. On June 29th, 2021, announced that he'll be co-creating, writing, and executive producing another HBO show called The Idol alongside artist The Weeknd. I love how we have to call him Abel The Weeknd Tesfaye now. We have to say his full name. And his producing partner Reza Fahim. Oh God, is there an Iranian attached to this? Fahim though is a Arab name, so maybe not. The series garnered controversy following an expose in Rolling Stone. Oh yeah, they made fun of Rolling Stone in the show, and then when Rolling Stone gave it a bad review, they try to act like it's because they made fun of Rolling Stone in the show. It's like, no, this is objectively horrific.
What was the expose on Rolling? Oh, let's read that. Can I read it?
Yeah, hold on. So it says the series garnered controversy following an expose in Rolling Stone, which featured allegations against Levinson and Tesfaye for creating a toxic work environment, and crew members alleging the script involved explicit sexual content, which amounted to sexual torture porn. The first episode premiered at the 2023 Cannes Film Festival to negative reviews. Oh, here's the thing. Yeah, because they gave him a 5-minute standing ovation, which is I mean, that's insulting. Like, that's
insulting.
bad. That means it's bad. But also that whole thing of standing and doing because you want to have, so they'll do like 20, 30 minute, 45 minute long ovations sometimes, which is the most insane thing of all time, but it's a custom that has lived on somehow.
That's crazy.
It is really crazy. But if you're only getting 5 minutes, that means it's awful. Like, and no one liked it. Like,
wow.
Yeah, it's a really weird custom, but it says, so, and I also don't know why they're premiering an episode of a show at the Cannes Film Festival. Very weird. Whatever, maybe they've done that before. I'm sure they have, but it's odd. It also says, Time Magazine critic Stephanie Zacharek wrote, The Idol pretends to expose exploitation while reveling in it. Yeah, exactly. Variety critic Peter DeBruge wrote of the series, the script seems calculated to fool audiences into thinking they're observing how Hollywood operates when so much of it amounts to tawdry cliches, and that the series plays like a sordid male fantasy. Yeah, it does. The series premiered on Max. I hate that. It's HBO. Can we please stop? Anyways, he dated, who's Ellen Barkin? Oh, this girl. She was also part of the Johnny Depp trial. Interesting. So yeah, let's look at the Rolling Stone, because it's pretty scathing. Every review I've seen of this is pretty scathing, as it should be. I mean, this just was an atrocious pile of shit. And this is me being charitable, honestly. I mean, I could say worse about it, but I mean, she is so pretty. I get it.
Oh, you got to subscribe?
Oh, fuck off. And by the way, I am subscribed. I've been subscribed to Rolling Stone because I never ended my subscription. I've been subscribed since I was like a little kid. Have you ever heard of the Wayback Machine? Let's see if it works, because apparently you can put any link into anything and it can unpaywall it.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's see if it actually works, though. None of these things actually work. Nothing works. Everything's made to break. Look at this. You just put in the link. Let's see. Huh?
Oh, you're going back to old.
Oh, URLs.
It's an internet archive.
Rolling Stone.
Yeah, no, this is no.
No. Hey. Well, how do you click on that?
I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't work. God damn it. How are you going to paywall me on the very first time? Okay, here it is. Well, let's just read the Variety thing.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. All right. The Weeknd has responded to a report from Rolling Stone claiming that his upcoming HBO series, The Idol, created with Euphoria's Sam Levinson, has gone wildly disgustingly off the rails. Hell yeah. Posting a clip from the series to Instagram, Abel The Weeknd, I'm just going to say The Weeknd.
Let's say The Weeknd. Why do we all have to
that's what I'm going to call him. Fuckstick. Yeah. Fuckstick tagged Rolling Stone and wrote, "Did we upset you?" In the scene, a character played by Dan Levy pitches the fuckstick and Lily Rose Depp's pop star character Jocelyn to do a photo shoot for the cover of Rolling Stone. The fuckstick, who plays a modern day cult leader named Tedros, says, "Rolling Stone, aren't they a little irrelevant? Rolling Stone has 6 million followers on Instagram, half of them probably bots, and Jocelyn has 78 million followers, all real, I'd assume. So she does a photo shoot, she tags them, they get her followers, more money for Rolling Stone, nothing for Jocelyn, because Instagram doesn't mean anything." There's a lot for Jocelyn, Levy's character says, to which Foxstick's character responds, "Not in Rolling Stone." When asked for a comment, Rolling Stone's editor-in-chief, Noah Sachman, pointed his Twitter reply to The Weeknd, saying, "Not at all." When asked, "Did we upset you?" Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, they're like, "No, your show sucks
HBO
ass."
is also disputing Rolling Stone's story titled The Idol, how HBO's next Euphoria became a twisted torture porn. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Which claims that the
Peter
show
Travers?
is dude.
Get Peter Travers. Get Ben Fong Torres on this shit.
It's in turmoil due to poor working environment, last minute script rewrites, and budgetary issues. The Idol first showed signs of trouble when director Amy Seimet suddenly exited the show in April 2022 with several of the 6 episodes already completed. Variety reported last year the series would be overhauled with changes. This is really bad when they do this.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Really bad. Which they shut down production.
It increases the budget. There's infighting. This
how much every day.
The only thing worse than this is Rust, is what happens on the set of Rust.
Yes, due to the change in creative directions. Reports at the time claimed that Foxstick felt the series was leading too much into a female. What? Claim that. Weeknd felt the series was leaning too much into a female
She
perspective.
probably wanted it to be less of a porn.
Yeah, she was like, "Hey, can we stop raping people on camera?" And the Weeknd's like, no. As Rolling Stone
He's like,
report,
in fact, we're gonna up the rates.
He's like, we want him younger.
Yeah.
He's like, we want him younger.
We
more
want him
nubile.
younger. Yeah.
As Rolling Stone reports, Levinson then took over as director. So it's not even his fucking project, scrapping the nearly finished $54 to $75 million project.
Say that again. As
what?
Oh, who scrapped it?
Levinson then took over as director 6 episodes in. It's not even his fucking project.
Oh my god!
Scrapping the nearly finished $54 to $75 million project to rewrite and reshoot
an entire third world country with this money.
Wow, what a bucking! A source close to production tells Variety that the only pilot was only the pilot was scrapped and reshot, not multiple episodes, and so the budgetary claim is overblown.
They could be lying about that.
Totally.
Though.
In a statement sent to Variety, HBO asserts the initial approach on the show and the production of the early episodes, unfortunately, did not meet HBO standards, so we chose to make a change. Throughout the project, the creative team has been committed to creating a safe, collaborative, and mutually respecting work environment when we rape each other. Yeah. The last year, the team made creative changes they felt were in the best interest of both the production and the cast and crew. Sources told Rolling Stone that one disturbing scrap scene from The Idol, the fuckstick bashes in Depp's face, and her character smiles and asks to be beaten more, giving the fuckstick an erection.
Just call him The Weeknd.
A Weeknd an erection. Per Rolling Stone, Weeknd's character would refuse to rape her, which sent Depp's character into spiral, begging him to rape her because she believed he was the key to her success.
Oh my god!
Wow!
Oh my god!
Wow! So we weren't even joking.
No, we thought we were joking.
Let's less violent rape. Sources, and here's the worst thing about this shit. Young people are gonna watch this.
Oh yeah, but they're
young
gonna
people are gonna watch this and
I
think it's exciting.
I think they'll understand that it's bad on its face.
No, they won't. Sources indicate there's no way they're not gonna understand.
They're online and everybody's slamming it for being awful.
No, I'm saying if kids saw that scene.
Yeah, dude.
That's a horrible thing to put.
Anyone can watch it and realize that this is this is the worst campy shit ever seen on. It's super campy. I mean, it almost feels like a straight up satire, but it's not. I mean, it's so bad. At one point, there was a shot of a bald head of a gang member. Just a random shot that just stood still on the back of this guy's head, and a tattoo says "Life is war." I was like,
damn.
What the fuck is this pile of shit?
Listen, Depp said in a statement of Variety, Sam is, for so many reasons, the best director I've ever worked with.
He's the only director you've ever worked with. This is the first thing you've ever done.
The last director I worked with. Never have I felt more supported or respected in a creative space. My input and opinions are more valued. Working with, because he wants to fuck you. Working with Sam is a true collaboration every way. It matters for him more than anything. Not only as actors think about his work, but how we feel performing it. He hires people whose works he esteems and always creates an environment which I felt seen, heard, and appreciated. Please don't sue me, HBO.
Yeah.
Please keep my career going. While HBO has released 3 teaser trailers for The Isles slated for 2023, the Cabler has yet to announce a specific release date for the series. Wow.
Well, it did come out, and this is where she says this. By the way, look at this. This is what we tried to watch last time, real quick. It's.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't. I mean, and The Weeknd really truly sucks for this. It was.
Oh God.
Damn, where was there was one
5-minute standing ovation. I thought I'd be like, damn, that's sick.
No.
And
they're all crying, by the way. And it's like they know
career.
if you know can etiquette, you know that's
bad.
That's bad. That's really bad. The worst hunk of shit will get a 20-minute standing ovation.
Wow.
Something like
that. When I was a kid, I was 10 years old.
Oh God.
I remember
I
didn't know much about world cinema. I didn't know about the Cannes Film Festival, but I knew about Pulp Fiction. And I knew about Tarantino and the fact that he had won an award for this crazy movie that I wasn't allowed to see until I snuck over to a friend's house and his mother allowed us to rent it.
I find these press conferences fascinating. Looking at everybody's body language. Look at the way The Weeknd is just drifting off into outer space right now. He's thinking about a rape right now.
The Weeknd's like, I wish I was bashing that woman's skull in right now.
Yeah, he's like,
her.
I'm writing my 5th episode for the 2nd season of this hunk of shit that won't be picked up.
Covered the Cannes Film Festival. I discovered.
Okay, cool. What else?
And I thought if he can do this, if he can go from being this kind of shy kid behind a microphone to this superstar, this on stage,
what a boring retard.
He's got something in him that is one in 100 billion.
Damn, but Lily Rose Depp is really staring
there was something
daggers
about that.
I know,
that
she's trying to-
drive,
she's
that
really
ambition
respecting
to win people over, to get them to stop thinking about all of the shit of life, the trials, the tribulations, the work, the family, the kids, all this, and just give yourself over to the music. And it was just an astonishing moment. And I think right there is when
his tenor of speech is so frustrating to me. A guy that talks like this, there's something nasally.
Yeah, he sounds like Joe Pesci in Casino. He's like, listen here, there.
He sounds so much worse. Joe Pesci sounds amazing, always.
And I remember we were.
He looked kind of fat in the show.
All of the dreams that Abel has, all of the vision that he has about
Abel's narcissistic
culture, about how to tell a story through music videos. But what if he had none of the talent?
He does.
I can't imagine how frustrating that would be to him. And the darkness that it would create inside of him, because he can't realize this on his own.
And that's the birth of a rapist.
And so it forces him to find a puppet, so to speak. And I think that's when it started to. I don't know. I think that night was when I think the character began to sort of unlock, and I'm really excited for everyone to see where this show goes.
And they also in the show had you know what the intimacy coordinators are now? Yeah. So in the show, the
intimacy coordinator was fucking Max Hardcore.
yeah, it was actually a porn star.
Yeah.
A lot of porn stars are intimacy coordinators now, I think.
Yeah, great sources.
Yeah, it's a bullshit job.
Every intimacy coordinator should just be Andrea Dworkin's ghost. It should just be a woman who's like, this is all shut down now.
Yeah, it should be Camille Paglia's in the corner. No, but it was they're in the show, they're trying to be, I don't know if they're trying to like break the fourth wall here, but they're making fun. They're talking about the intimacy coordinators. Meanwhile, I'm like, this might be the only show I've seen that actually needs this, because you're doing like a full on snuff film, or you could tell that that's really what they wanted to lean into, and I'm sure they actually had to redact quite a bit of it.
Yeah,
which is probably why that woman
What
left.
attracts an imagination.
Yeah, the intimacy coordinator was the murder clown from House of a Thousand Corpses. Anyways, continue.
To what almost every pop star is
what
doing.
What a boring
these
man
days.
who says nothing.
Yeah, I second that. And, I also think that something about Jocelyn is just that she's a born and bred performer, and I think that extends to every aspect of her life.
I want Johnny Depp just walking in this
life.
audience right now.
I think that the way that she dresses,
this is bad.
Tell you something all the time, or say something to the people that she's around, or express herself in some kind of way. And I also think that the occasional bareness of the character physically mirrors the bareness that we get to see emotionally in her.
Her being
and that was
naked
something that I felt was really important to the character. And
it's
when it comes
reflective
to
of the deeper trials and tribulations that Jocelyn, America's biggest pop star. I mean, she's not even believable as a pop star. Like, she's not dancing. She's not a compelling lead. There's not like anything. There's no interesting element whatsoever to her performance, and she's not like awful, but she doesn't even have anything. It's nothing. It's a nothing show.
Yeah.
Like, nothing happens. There's no plot other than a cum shot going viral on the internet.
That stuff,
utterly exploited.
Funny, smart individual, that it made it very easy for me to get behind.
The show is about her being pretty.
I produced
That's the whole
this
show.
woman.
Yeah.
I'm selling this. It's not hard to do.
Oh, right. Okay. There's an
funny,
admission.
Smart
I'm
individual.
selling this.
That
Pointing
it made
to
it
Lily
very
Rose
easy
Depp.
for me to get behind. Oh, I produced this woman. I'm selling this. It's not hard to do.
Yeah.
I feel like in this world today, I'm happy that we're playing these roles, because I think it challenges a lot of
gender
preconceived
constructs,
notions about what
sexuality.
women are about.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward. I'm so excited about this show.
I'm on so many
I would just add one other thing, which is...
I mean, she's nodding off this woman.
One of the things that I love the most is
and you know what?
About
he
this
should
show
be on
is
drugs.
the character of Dee and Chaim, because I actually... There are...
Oh, God.
But let's stay in control.
No, here we go. We got
teach young artists.
Let's see what he has to say.
Yeah.
Let's see what he has
And Jocelyn is almost like an alternate reality if I had made some of the wrong choices in my life. And
I'm a woman.
I gotta be honest.
It's almost
he kind
like
of seems like he's on some Zanny bars.
Yeah.
Me
If I
trying
made
to,
the
you
wrong
know,
choices and I was
show the
born a
world
white bitch.
or teach young
And I was
artists.
what?
I was
to,
born a white bitch.
You know, make the right decisions, maybe subconsciously. I don't know. But yeah, myself is in Jocelyn, of course. I mean, and even, you know, Chaim and Dee are, you know, loosely based on people in my life as well that are family and that do have to deal with complicated.
What is anyone saying?
5 weeks.
Okay, this is the end of it.
To write it, prep it, and start shooting. And I called Hank, who I'd worked with on Wizard of Lies. I called Divine, who I'd only seen act.
All right, I can't take it anymore of this.
That's horrific.
I'm out. It was an abomination, guys. I do, however, encourage everybody to see it. It's actually so bad. It's so bad that someone could make a case for how brilliant it is 30 years from now. Ironically, Ironically, in some very like Showgirls-esque kind of way, it might pick up one of those audiences where it's like, what's that show with Tommy Wiseau? He did that movie.
The Room.
It might be that at some point, but it doesn't even have the charm. Sam Levinson, Tommy Wiseau has a charm to him, and
Tommy Wiseau is an American dream.
He's an American dream, and he's sweet. And he's a cuddly guy.
I've met him 7 or 8 times.
You've met Tommy Wiseau 7 or 8 times? How? When?
I used to go to the screenings of The Room when I was in high school in West Hollywood, every month.
Does he still do those? Because I'd love to go to one.
No, he does not.
Why did he do them then?
That was the heyday. You missed out, man. It was the shit. He'd show up and we'd hang out. I go, Tommy. He'd go, oh my God, my body.
He remembered you?
Yes, dude. Every time he'd come to me and my buddies, he'd hug us. He'd play football with us. It was fucking awesome.
What was he like? What was he like?
He was just super nice. A super nice guy. He was so. The thing is,
he talk about?
He like
super elusive too.
Yeah, he understood that it was funny because we were there to like make fun of his movie, but he like loved us.
He understands capitalism and the human condition.
Yeah,
you got to capitalize off of your blunders. The Idol should have
been made by Tommy Wiseau, and it would have been 10 times better.
It would have been 1,000. Because you know what? I think he actually understands emotion, like emotional complexity, more than a guy like this. You know,
there are true Hollywood mavericks. It's like Neil Breen, Tommy Wiseau, fucking. Dude, the Wakhollywood guys, those fucking Ugandan film producers, those guys make dope shit.
Who?
Wakhollywood.
I don't know.
It's the Ugandan. It's the most purest form of cinema I've ever seen in my life. They make action movies in Uganda. They're more like little short movies. They have a thing called a VJ. It's a video jockey who talks throughout the movie and makes fun of the movie while you're watching it.
Oh, that's wild.
But the beautiful thing about it is their films made for like a neighborhood.
Okay.
So it's like very like please be kind, rewind kind of thing. It's almost like.
Okay.
They're amazing. There's one called Bad Black that's fucking awesome. And I talked to the director on Facebook. He's a super cool guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's the purest form of cinema is this man's movies. And Neil Breen's amazing because Neil Breen just fucking makes movies about Jesus. It's the most narcissistic thing you'll ever see, but it's so pure.
Oh,
Have I shown you Neil Breen?
No.
Oh, God.
Who is that?
He's just real quick. I got to show you this.
And also, by the way, Scott Ryan has a new show he's working on.
Scott Ryan, another fuck yeah dude.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Do we use Google?
Mr. In Between's a really, really good show.
What are we using as a...
Opera. Or Safari, whatever.
Okay, let's see. I've showed you this.
I don't think you have.
Neil Breen trailer. So Neil Breen is a very old man who dyes his hair and directs movies out of Las Vegas, and every movie he makes is about he stars, writes, and directs in all of his movies, and every character is a Jesus character.
Las Vegas, where anything goes.
It's so bad.
Enjoy it while you can. I'm about to end it all.
That's Neil Breen.
My name is Aaron Brand.
I always thought I was doing the right thing and preparing for life.
Oh.
I was the first in my class in college in computer science.
This is great.
Poor computers.
I joined the military and became a fighter pilot. I won many medals for
hot.
distinguished service.
Yeah.
There's something weirdly
I'm now a
attractive
covert
about this.
agent.
About
mercenary for
he's
any
got a
nation
little
that wants
bad
to
work done
control
too,
another.
but
he's old.
I don't need much to live on anymore. I just eat tuna out of the can and live in the car. I control access to anything and everything.
He's always
great.
He's always the most intelligent man on earth. That's like it's crazy.
Even from my little simple, brilliant setup. My orders from another country are to shut down the Las Vegas Strip for 2 months. I've been given this great power, but I'm so alone without the girl I love. My girlfriend and I always wanted to have children. I love you. And now
This is
all of
awesome.
that's been
He's the
taken away
best.
from me.
this is a satire though, right?
No, this is a real movie.
Ernest. This is Ernest.
It's Ernest.
He is planning something
Tommy
very
Wiseau.
big.
Yeah, he's like another
Bigger
Tommy
than
Wiseau.
9/11
accent.
or any of the other larger catastrophes.
At the end of this movie, there's a scene where he goes on national television and outs the banks and the government. And there's literally a scene where a man goes on national TV and goes, "I am the president of the banks," and then takes a handgun out and blows his brains out.
Bud Dwyer. Right in the middle.
Caught in time after 9/11.
It's me.
This is
Give me
pretty.
the president.
This is pretty vaporwave.
Contact has
It's
been
amazing.
made.
Yeah.
Governments don't dare try to kill me.
Why is he injecting a strawberry?
He's on a quest.
Because he's poisoning people. Neil Breen's
Don't
life
ask,
in this
he's
movie
protected.
is the life I
You're a
want to have.
genius. The best.
That guy's
you
got
know
Down
This
syndrome.
is in no way a satire.
This time?
No, it's 100%
I
sincere.
can't forget her,
We've got to watch this.
nor forgive them for what they did to us.
The lotus flower covered in blood.
Forgive me.
It kind of reminds me of
Forgive
Lady
me.
Snowblood,
It's
Oh, the-
starting.
old Japanese
Yeah.
movie from the 70s.
It's all the fake blood.
Dude, if you put some like Death Grips music in the background of this,
Oh, yeah.
fucking kick ass.
Get out!
What a vibe that would be.
I want to show you like the Neil
Blast some like
Breen.
headbanger hip hop to Neil Breen.
No sex. Don't ask how I found you. I know everything. It broke open.
I got to give the people a little taste of Breen.
All right. Oh, what? Maybe. Yeah,
yes.
it might contain suicide or self-harm topics.
Here we go. This is classic Breen right here. He's the best.
I love these old HP laptops.
Oh, yeah. Neil Breen should have directed The Idol.
Oh, is he about to ruin a computer for this hunk of shit?
That's a fucking... It was one of those display computers at IKEA.
Yeah, but it was at a time when this was actually valuable.
This is what I was doing when I was making gutter oil.
Pouring coffee on your battleship.
Yeah. Nice that you call it battleship.
Is it supposed to be avant-garde?
Oh, he wants coffee so bad. He's just so tired.
He just gives himself a 3rd-degree burn.
This is
for his art.
Insane.
This is reeking of The Room. Even the way this girl is sitting.
I'm sorry.
Wait.
This is The Room.
Wait, hold on.
It's The Room for white people.
I let you down.
Is he trying to be Lynchian?
No, this is 100% sincere.
I just don't even understand how that could be, unless he's unless he's the farthest end of the autistic spectrum.
How did fucking
Let's
The Room
try and start over.
At least he was foreign.
Watch this.
Chalk some of that up to.
Watch this.
Blue Baby Blue starts playing.
This is the best.
He killed himself.
This isn't real.
It's real.
He killed himself.
It's Neil Breen.
Call 911.
The Ferrari, the 80s Ferrari that cost $20,000.
When did they shoot this? When was this shot?
Like in the 2000s, I think.
Jim.
This is not Ernest.
Call 911.
Yes, dude. Neil Breen is 100% sincere.
Jim.
Or he's a Kaufman-esque, like.
No, he's too old.
Maybe he's doing like Werner Herzog, like.
It's the best.
I can't believe you committed suicide. I cannot believe you committed suicide. How could you have done this? How could you have committed suicide? No. I can't help you out of this one, Jim.
He's dead.
With all we've been through, I can't pull you out of this one.
She keeps wiping blood on his face.
My friend.
Goodbye, my friend. I think I want to get to the president of the banks.
Sweet Neil.
Oh, here we go.
I drove him to suicide.
Oh my god.
Immediately.
I resign today as president of the bank.
For their lying, their greed, their injustices.
We were all under pressure to operate in a deceiving way.
This guy's actually pretty good.
And cheat the customer.
This guy's very funny. This has to be an elaborate sketch of some kind.
No.
I just don't even understand how this could be earnest.
He's resigning as the president of the banks.
Oh, hell
yeah. Today, I am submitting
Sophie
my resignation as Congresswoman.
All right.
I love this. I can't believe this is this has so many damn views. 609. I just want to make sure. Let's like double check that he's not this, because I just don't even understand how that could be sincere. How could you sincerely make that and think that it's
real, dude? I don't know how many times I got to tell you. He's sincere.
He's doing some like culty fucking Lynchian shit on purpose. He's trying to, because how could that's so beyond campy and
he's you have no.
It's like post camp.
You know how many clueless people are in Hollywood? Dude?
No, I know, but how could anybody be that stupid?
He's old. He's old and dumb and thinks he's awesome.
I mean, okay. Some critics have compared Breen's films to outsider art. What's outsider art? See, this is
outsider
the Wikipedia.
art. Oh my God, Ida.
Self-taught and supposedly naive artists with typically little or no contact with the conventions of the art world.
Yeah, he's the man.
In many cases, their work is discovered only after their death. Often outsider art illustrates extreme mental states, unconventional ideas, or elaborate fantasy worlds. Interesting. Okay, well, so it says Breen writes, produces, and directs and stars in each one of his own films. The characters he portrays hold advanced and often superhuman abilities to use them in grandiose struggles against corrupt forces and institutions. That's kind of great.
He's amazing.
Fateful Findings features Breen as a hacker imbued with supernatural powers by a magical stone he found as a child, who uses his skills to expose government and corporate corruption. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
He's like making the worst film of all time about Enron. In other films, he's a protagonist. His protagonist is godlike, so he leans into the paranormal as well.
Yeah.
Mystical paranormal side of life. Yeah, they compare him to Tommy Wiseau's The Room. Well, anyways, Neil Breen is Ed Wood, or they say he's Ed Wood.
He's kind of like Ed Wood, yeah.
But Wiseau's the best of all these guys. Wiseau did it first.
Well, Wiseau only did one movie. Neil Breen's got a plethora.
Yeah, he's way more prolific in his mediocrity. I guess we should praise that, and in that sense, we should praise Sam Levinson and The Idol.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, cast me in your piece of shit. I'll do it. I'll do whatever you want. Right, John?
Yeah. No, Ida will not do whatever you want. I stand up for Ida. Me? I'll do whatever you want.
Yeah. Cast us in your dog shit satanic films. Now. All right, guys. We wish you all the best. Please don't look at my awful screen. That looks like shit. It's sensory overload.
Christ.
We love you. We wish you the best. Don't get abducted. Stay safe out there. Brush your teeth. Brush your hair.
Water pick.
Prep your meals.